Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And we are here on January 13th, 7 days left in Donald Trump's term. We're sitting here on a Wednesday. And Congress, 232 members of Congress, voted to impeach the president for something that he really didn't even do, including many members of his own party. And we are going to talk about exactly what this means and why are they doing it and why are Republicans signing on to this measure to begin with and what will potentially happen in the Senate. So we're going to dive into this. But first, I have to tell you guys about my friends over at Noble Gold. Now, a brand new year deserves a fresh start, right? A new look at everything. We're going to have a new administration in Washington, so it might be time to look at Noble Gold's security option. Yes, security. It's like damp proofing, but it keeps the government from your savings like the damp from your floors. How? By using gold and silver in your own IRA. You insulate it from the markets, and if anything bad happens, you're going to be safe and dry. COVID, market crash, vaccination worries, you're going to be just fine. Remember, if you want to play it safe and protect your investments, take out a gold IRA this month. And Noble Gold will gift the stunning, solid 5-ounce Apollo 11 coin from the U.S. Mint. It's quite something, I tell you. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com right now to find out more about future-proofing your investments. So here we are on a Wednesday. Donald Trump gets impeached yet again. Reason being so, they continually claim that the president incited violence, which again, there's no proof of that. There's zero evidence. Donald Trump used his platform to tell people that they needed to go home. He tried to calm down the situation. He tried to get people out of the Capitol. He said, leave the Capitol. He said, go home. Don't put anybody's lives at risk. Don't put your own lives at risk. So Donald Trump did exactly what any normal president would have done in that situation. If Obama was president and you had, for example, BLM storming the U.S. Capitol or something like that, and he told BLM to go home in an attempt to de-escalate the situation, you know damn well that there is no way he would have lost his Twitter account, and you know there is no way that they would have even been trying to impeach him for it, let alone impeach him successfully. And if anything, he would be given a second Nobel Prize that he doesn't really deserve. But because it's Donald Trump, not only do all of the Democrats vote to impeach him for something he never said, for something he never did, for something he never condoned, but even Republicans are signing on to this measure, trying to impeach the president, saying it's because he incited violence. We know he didn't incite violence. We know he didn't. You have all of these people on the House floor calling the president a terrorist, calling the president 75 million plus supporters terrorists. And these are the same people that want to talk about unity all the time. These are the same people that are focusing on trying to unite the country. Again, Biden won an election. A lot of people feel like it's a shady election victory, and Biden's duty is to unite the people behind him as a president, but instead he's attacking the opposition. He is attacking people, and he is attacking the president and trying to impeach the president on the way out of the door just for a cheap political power grab. Now, they're going to say, oh, it's the President Trump is evil because President Trump is railing against the systems in our country that are broken. That's exactly what he's been doing. Donald Trump does not really answer to the mega donors the way your typical politician, let alone your typical Republican, would. Now, Trump obviously has some special interests on his side, in his corner, but it's very, very few compared to the actual movement that he's created that is challenging the system. That is why the right and the left is combining together in an attempt to try to purge Donald Trump and his supporters from the party, which if you look at an electoral map and if you look at 2008, 2012, even 2004 and compare it to now, you'd have to be absolutely ridiculous, brain dead, and electorally illiterate if you think that purging Trump and Trumpism from the party is such a good thing, because it's absolutely not. It's not. Donald Trump did nothing wrong. He exercised every legal opportunity in an attempt to win the election. It failed. The system failed him. And as a result, he says that he is going to leave the White House. He's going to leave on January 20th. He has said that Biden is going to be taking over. Donald Trump did nothing wrong this entire process. He did not incite any violent mob. Donald Trump had a rally with hundreds of thousands of people in an attempt to support him against the integrity of our election process. You had a couple dozen people decide to do crazy things in the Capitol, which Donald Trump condemned. Donald Trump did not incite violence whatsoever. It's like you have a football game, for example. You have the Eagles and you have the Giants. These two teams hate each other. Sometimes the fans get into big fights, and that's what happens. Do the Eagles or the Giants incite violence by having the football game to begin with? The answer is obviously no. Donald Trump did nothing. He held a big event, and there was not enough backup at the Capitol building, and things got a little out of hand, to say the least. And it's unfortunate what happened, but Donald Trump himself did not do anything possible to incite any violence himself directly. So they're not going to be able to impeach him on merit. This is not a fair attack on the president whatsoever. It's quite funny. The fact is, these people are out here saying that Trump is attacking democracy. They're trying to say Trump supporters are attacking democracy, or the current system we have. It's not really a democracy. We don't have a democracy here. We have a federal republic. But either way, they claim Trump is attacking what they believe to be democracy. But on the contrary, if anything would be an attack on our system, it would be impeaching the president on the way out. It would be deplatforming the president of the United States. It would be supporting 6 months of race riots, destroying our cities. That would actually be an attack on our systems, but they don't want to talk about that. And sitting here and whining about the double standards isn't really going to accomplish anything to begin with either. But it's important to understand why they're doing this. Now, Mitch McConnell, this is a New York Times article, so I do have quite a few amount of grievances with the New York Times. So I'm going to take this with a little bit of grain of salt, but it makes sense. Sources are saying that McConnell is pleased about impeachment, and McConnell believes it will be easier to purge Donald Trump and Trumpism from the GOP. So the Republican Party from day one didn't like Trump. They didn't work with him at all. They didn't really get anything done, and they held his administration back. And Mitch McConnell is one of the biggest swamp monsters in D.C. completely. And Mitch McConnell is doing everything he can to purge this populist sentiment, to purge the anti-special interest type of rhetoric from the party. He wants it to go back to the days of Mitt Romney and Marco Rubio and Nikki Haley. And he is going to try and purge Donald Trump from the party because he believes it will demoralize Republicans. They will see Trumpism as a failure, yet the majority of them won't, and it will backfire big time on McConnell, which is partially why I'm not 100% believing this story to be true, but still, it wouldn't put it past me if it was. We'll see how they vote on a conviction trial. Obviously, they're not going to probably be able to get a trial out there within 7 days. This has more to do with trying to prevent Trump from running again. That's why they're going to convict, and that's why I believe you may see a good amount of Republican senators decide to cross over and vote to convict because they see Trump and they see Trumpism as a threat to them, a threat to the GOP, and they want to purge it from the entire party. Now, again, this has more to do with stopping Trumpism. It's more of an attack on you than it is on Trump. Again, Trump is just in the way. We've all seen that meme. Trump says, "It's not about me, it's about you. I'm just in the way." And that's exactly what's going on right now. Donald Trump is just in the way of all of us, the people, the American people, middle America, that is fed up with the system, that is failing our country and our people time and time again. It's ridiculous. And the Republican establishment is signing on to this impeachment. And you look at the fact that there were 10 Republicans that voted to impeach Trump. Liz Cheney, very, very red state, red district in Wyoming at large. Jamie Herrera Buelter, John Katko out of New York, Adam Kinzinger out of Illinois. That was no surprise there. Fred Upton and Peter Meyer out of Michigan. Dan Newhouse out of Washington, Anthony Gonzalez out of Ohio, Tom Rice out of South Carolina, and David Valadao out of California. I can guarantee you that a good half or more of these people are going to be primaried out of there in 2022, especially Fred Upton. Fred Upton represents Southwest Michigan. It's a fairly blue-collar area. Fred Upton, I believe he runs Whirlpool Appliances. He ran Whirlpool Appliances, and now he is in Congress, and he's causing a havoc. Peter Meyer, who is from Meyer, the Meyer family that runs the Meyer superstore chain across the Midwest. He's been a major letdown, as well as Upton. These were people, by and large, that were standing by President Trump at his rallies over the past 4 years, and they're all snakes, every last one of them. The Michigan Republican Party is a disaster. The Republican Party as a whole is a disaster, especially the Michigan Republican Party. These people answer to the mega donors in Grand Rapids, and they answer to the auto executives in Bloomfield Hills, not the auto workers. They represent the auto executives, the types of people that financially benefit from the jobs being shipped overseas, being shipped to Mexico, being shipped to Japan, being shipped to China. And that's who the Michigan GOP answers to. This is about the donor class versus the working class. And the Republican Party losing mega donors would be a good thing in the long run because it can lower the influence of the pro-big business policies and actually create a more small business, pro-worker, populist angle that will help win the state of Michigan by a landslide in the future. That's what Donald Trump was working towards. But either way, this party needs work. And it may be beyond saving if they're able to get rid of Donald Trump from the party, because who's to say they won't be able to pre-impeach any primary challenger to a candidate in the future? Because for all we know, that's a part of the plan. This is a terrible precedent that they're setting. They're impeaching a president for something he didn't even do. And even if by some twisted mental gymnastics, it's not a clear, direct incitation to any violence. Obviously, if the president said, do this to the Capitol building, then maybe we'd have a different type of grounds for impeachment here. But the president did nothing other than condemn what happened, and they're still using it as an opportunity to impeach him on the way out. It's not about condemning violence. It's clear by the events of last summer that they don't care about violence. This has to do with Trumpism. It has to do with Trump's movement. It has more to do with you even than it has to do with him or any of the events that happened last week. So that's where we are as a country. But the good news is people are waking up, alt tech is rising, and eventually 2022, the fact that the GOP establishment is showing its true colors could actually play out very well for the primary challenger movement in 2022. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video down below, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media, especially alt tech. The links are all in the description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle, out.